Good evening. I have always been fascinated by the history of Newfoundland and Labrador, this beautiful home of ours. Its many reinventions, victories and losses, booms, busts, and booms again. That's why when a moment like this comes along, I feel the weight of the responsibility to get it right. I am humbled to deliver some extraordinary news with you all. Today, everything changes for Newfoundland and Labrador. Today, after more than 50 years of a lopsided agreement that has been such a contentious point for Newfoundland and Labrador, we finally have a new deal on the table for Churchill Falls with Quebec. We are ripping up the 1969 contract, not in 2041 when it expires, but today. And we are starting a new chapter together. This deal comes after years of tough negotiations, digging in hard and demanding that our province finally see a bold, future-focused change, to finally see a real benefit that will help overcome the shortcomings of the past. And though we can't change the past, we can use it as the opening lines of a bold new chapter of our province. And in this moment, change her future. With this agreement in place, we will have a generational impact on the growth and prosperity of Newfoundland and Labrador. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge my friend, Quebec Premier François Legault, who embraced the importance of getting a new agreement in place. Without his commitment to change and recognition of the ills of the past, we would not be here. Today, as our provinces signed a memorandum of understanding on a new energy partnership, we mark a new working relationship with the province of Quebec. We are partners who both see the benefit of Churchill Falls to our provinces. I would also like to thank and acknowledge the Grand Chief of the Innu Nation and their people who have secured their special relationship through the New Dawn Agreement. A special thank you to our team as well. Carl Smith, Jennifer Williams, Dennis Mahoney, and Walter Parsons. The 1969 Upper Churchill contract is ending, and it is ending 17 years early. The new deal remedies the inadequacies of the old contract and cements a lucrative path, a fair path forward for Newfoundland and Labrador. It's also a deal that emphasizes our commitment to continue to work with Indigenous communities, to build respectful relationships, and engage in this important energy initiative. So why now? Why 17 years early? The answer is that both provinces will benefit immediately through a strong and fair commercial deal. If, in Newfoundland and Labrador, we wait, we will see almost no new revenue for yet another painful generation. Instead, that void will now be filled with our rightful value and our rightful opportunity. It will be replaced with an agreement for Upper Churchill power that will bring almost $200 billion in revenue to the province between now and 2075. $200 billion. Every time I say that number, I have to pause, because we all know what this money will mean to our province at this moment and for years, no, for generations to come. Almost $200 billion. $200 billion has transformative power. This changes everything. Today, we better understand the value of this resource, and we know that the demand for clean, renewable energy is set to rise. Our new agreement, we use a price escalator model that allows the price we receive for our power to grow, a market-based block pricing that will unlock increasing and escalating revenues. No more fixed price, No more free power. It will also finally be governed by a fair and modern shareholders agreement with disputes resolved in neutral courts. It levels the playing field. If we have the courage to act now, we will see 17 years of extraordinary new benefits. Benefits that start immediately. This deal will see $17 billion returned to the province between now and 2041, averaging $1 billion a year starting in 2025, growing to $2 billion a year by 2044, and to almost $6 billion a year by 2060. My friends, we should not wait to act. This is our resource. It is our time. And this is our moment. This agreement unlocks so much more for this province. For years, Gull Island has been known to be one of the last significant undeveloped hydroelectric sites in North America. Now, that will change. Through this agreement, Newfoundland and Labrador will be the majority owner, and Gull Island will be developed to produce over 2,000 megawatts of additional clean energy. In addition, we will also expand Churchill Falls and build a new powerhouse adjacent to the existing facility while upgrading the existing units. Let's be clear. I will not allow our province to ever repeat the mistake of previous mega projects. Hard lessons were learned from the 1969 contract. Harder lessons still from recent mega projects that threaten to drown our province in debt. We have worked too hard for too long in order to correct these mistakes, to learn from them so as to not repeat them. We will make sure our province is protected against any future financial risk. Hydro-Quebec will bear full responsibility for construction risks on the new generation assets, including any cost overruns. And our province will benefit from thousands of new jobs created. And our equity and ownership will never be diluted. For the new developments, Hydro-Quebec will compensate Newfoundland and Labrador for the right to co-develop these assets to the tune of $3.5 billion. This amount covers Newfoundland and Labrador's equity requirements without needing this province to invest any of our own funds. The final component is addressing the transmission infrastructure. That Labrador line will be wholly owned by Newfoundland and Labrador Hydro. In total, these new projects will almost double the generating capacity of the Churchill River, all to be sold at modern and escalating prices. Together, these construction projects are worth a combined capital investment of nearly $33 billion in our province. 4 mega projects that will bring tens of thousands of jobs to Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. This new deal will also provide access to more power in the near term to increase the capacity of industrial development in our province. Power that will grow to 4 times the capacity we have now. This means the potential for new development in Labrador can become a reality. And that in turn means even more additional jobs here in this province. Yes, this changes everything for all of those who stood where we now stand, for economic reconciliations with Indigenous communities, for the schools and hospitals this can build, for the doctors, nurses, and teachers we will hire, for the roads this can pave, the debt relief this can provide, for the investment in our businesses and the economy this can bring, for the dreams that we never thought possible that are now within our reach, for every Newfoundlander and Labradorian who has wondered what a better deal for Churchill Falls would have meant, and for every child and teenager out there across our province who will now grow up with only a positive reaction when they hear the words Churchill Falls. The sum total of this new agreement means not $1 billion or even 10 billion, but close to $250 billion to the provincial treasury over its lifespan. It allows us to maximize the value of Churchill Falls, to turn on the potential of Gull Island, to attract new industries, and to provide a generation of Newfoundlanders and Labradorians with work. We will bring this agreement to a special sitting of the House of Assembly in early January. But I'm also asking everyone in our province to look at it as well. Analyze what is involved and understand what it means for this place, for our home, for you, for your family, for your children and grandchildren. All the things it can generate for our future, because this is our moment. It wears no political stripe. Its only agenda is to right a historic wrong. For those of us who know that 2041 may be beyond our vision or even beyond our years, we know now our opportunity is well within our reach and its benefits well within our control. We have shown the strength to persevere through the last 55 years of a bad deal, the fortitude to negotiate for our benefit, and now the courage to act. My friends, tomorrow's Newfoundland and Labrador demands that of us. This new deal leaves behind the naivety and the short-sightedness of 1969. It does not wait to start at some far-off imaginary day. It is here. It is now. This changes everything for all of us, for generations to come. Thank you, and God guard thee, Newfoundland and Labrador.